Hello, and welcome to episode 1 of my Minecraft series, The Villagers. In short, I'm going to be delivering the Minecraft experience through the eyes of a villager. As much as possible, I will rely on the local economy for tools, weapons, food, and armor, as to expose a whole different way to go about the game. To get things started, I have allocated myself to craft the basic necessities, being stone tools primarily. I have no guarantees as to how successful this village will be, and this becomes very apparent later in the episode. In truth, we could get wiped off the map, or fall victim to stagnation due to dwindling resources. It is my conviction to see this village blossom into a future of excellence and to protect it from those who wish to raze it to the ground. My adventure begins with the search for coal. Driven by the sheer passion for the cause, I found myself wandering farther than any villager before me. This was truly uncharted territory of the likes not even the bravest of the brave could have imagined. Then it was found. The sooty dank rock could never have been more welcoming to my gentle villager eyes, which at this point filled with tears of joy. I mined that rock with the gusto of our deity,
Minecraft the Wise,
and returned as fast as my legs could pace my gait. Upon my awaited arrival, I delivered the filthy load to our very own weaponsmith, who matched my enthusiasm and rewarded me with my first emerald. I was enamored, awestruck, enchanted, and already on my way back to bust up more rocks. This carried on for many moons, mind you. Eventually, the stones of fossilized decay were not enough to satisfy the lords, and the smith called for something even more valuable: iron. At first, iron could be found with relative ease, but I would soon learn that its true abundance lied deep in the ground, in caves. With the emeralds that I had been saving up, I bought my first sword from the weaponsmith, who was also promoted for his hard work. Selecting the cave was easy. I just found the nearest gaping hole in the ground and made my way down. And before I knew it, a cave beyond wonders was before me. My jaw dropped as I glared into the dark depths of this newly founded underworld and caught it staring back at me. This did not deter me, and with iron on my mind, I crept deeper and deeper. Soon, I found that I was not alone. My worst nightmares confirmed in an instant as I heard what sounded like a dozen undead souls retching themselves from the blackness of the abyss to get me. I stayed for as long as I could, but could bear the horror no more. I bravely ran away to the safety of the surface, killing the stragglers who dared to follow me into the sunlight, but nothing to show for it. The iron remained in the chasm below, and I returned to town empty-handed. Putting aside my failure in the cave, I decided it was time to solve the town's hunger problem. The thing about villager life is that it's very much a go-with-the-flow kind of society. One minute, you could be in charge of the people's produce, and in the next, responsible for enjoying the butterflies. Be that as it may, in order to protect those villager privileges, I took it upon myself to start my own farm, with the end product in mind being shiny green cash. It was no easy task, mind you. After stealing some seeds from my fellow simpletons, my dream was finally becoming a reality. Row by row I dug, watered, and planted my investments so that one day they could be sold, and all for the cause. Days went by, and my progress was very slow. And on one sunny afternoon, it came to me. Why not build more farms? I asked aloud. And build more farms I did, which began to make a serious dent in the tree line. Some saw beets and wheat, but I saw progress. Selling back to the community was one of the single most proud moments of my plebeian life. We finally had the means. The town began to recognize me, and even the mayor granted me permission to build my very own house. I chose to stitch on an addition to my original shared abode, a grand structure that overlooked the village heights. The selection of wood was nothing but the best the land had to offer. Dozens of trees gave their lives up for my happiness, and the rabbits and bees gladly relocated in my name. Life was looking up, and I was looking out to a bountiful horizon. But I wasn't the only one to do so. No. There on the edge of the village limits, I spotted them. Armed to the teeth and carrying their banner, I knew this could only mean one thing. Pillagers. We are not ready for an invasion, not on that magnitude. Our journey has just begun. I reluctantly returned to the village, expecting to find rubble. But as it turns out, they were just a scouting party. We dodged an arrow for sure, but none of us could deny the fact that we all can see blood on the horizon.